Hey, so today I'm going to show you how to play Wizards and Thieves, which is the Shadowdark gambling minigame. I read it just a few days ago, and I was a little confused as to how it worked. And I figured if I was confused, there's probably other people that were confused, so I figured I would make a tutorial and share it with you. It honestly is simpler than you think. All right, so let's get into it. We've got 3 players for demonstration purposes. The game recommends that you come in with about 20 coins. You'll put 6 coins each into the pot. So the pot is the central area, and it's going to get bigger and smaller as the game goes on. Once you've got the pot established, you'll have everybody roll, and then the high roll gets to go first. All right, so here is the meat of the game. Here is the main way to play this game. On your turn, you are going to declare Thief or Wizard, and then you're going to roll 3 dice. So if you are declaring Thief, you are looking to roll 1s. If you are declaring Wizard, you're looking to roll 6s. So the green player is going to declare Thief. And this is something very common that you'll see. There's no 6s and no 1s. 6s are Wizards, 1s are Thieves. And since nothing was rolled, no Thieves, no Wizards, green player's turn is over and play will pass to the black player. So on the black player's turn, he is looking to declare a Thief. So he wants to roll 1s. Okay, so look at that. He got a 1 and 2 3s. So what he will do, so he will look at his other lowest die, which is a 3, and he will get to take that many gold pieces out of the pot and add them to his supply. So that is what Thief does. If you declare Thief and you get 1s after your roll, more 1s than 6s, more Thieves than Wizards, you get to then take out gold equal to your lowest remaining die. Now this is something that's really important. Thieves and Wizards in this game cancel each other out. So if I roll a 1 and if I roll a 6, let's just change the die here to show that. If I roll a 1 and a 6, they're going to cancel each other out, and because I still have a 6 left, then that's a Wizard. Okay, so if you were successful in your roll with Thieves, then you get to go again after you get the gold out of the pot into your supply. And so the black player would go again, and he's going to declare Thieves. All right, look at that. He got it again, so we'll look at the lowest die, which is a 2, and we'll get 2 more gold out of the pot in the supply, and then he gets to go again. So he declares Thieves. And he didn't get anything this time, so now his turn's over, and it passes over to the gray player. What would have happened if the black player had declared Thief, but he had actually rolled Wizards? So in this case, look, he got a 6, he got a Wizard, right? So now the opposite happened. Instead of getting to take money from the supply, he has to put money into the supply. So he would take the lowest die value, which would be a 2, and add 2 coins from his supply. So to just recap on that, if you declare Thief and you get it, you get to take coins out of the supply equal to your lowest remaining die. That's not a Wizard or a Thief. All right, so play now is going to pass to the gray player. So let's explain Wizards. So the gray player will declare Wizards, and all right, look at that. They got 2 Wizards, and so that means they're successful, even though the 1 Thief and the 1 Wizard cancel each other out, so they're not part of this. But they still have a Wizard remaining. So this is really good. So what this means is that all the other players, not the player that rolled Wizard, all the other players have to put that many coins into the pot from their own supply. So both the green and the black player in this case would take 6 coins and put them into the supply. So that is what Wizard does. So Thief lets you take the coins out and put into your supply. Wizard makes everybody else put coins from their supply into the pot. And then you get to go again. So what happens if I declare Wizard and I roll, but I get Thief instead? If you declare Thief or Wizard, but you get the opposite, you're going to have to put that many coins into the pot from your supply equal to the lowest die that's not a Thief or a Wizard. So that's pretty much the game. It will go around and around. People will take turns. They get multiple turns if they're calling Thief and they're getting Thief, or if they're calling Wizard and they're getting Wizard. So there are a couple of special rolls that can happen. So I'm just going to, rather than try to actually roll this, because the chances are very low that I would do that. So what happens if a player rolls 3 6s? So if a player rolls 3 6s, it doesn't matter if they declared Thief or if they declared Wizard, they get to take the whole pot and add to their supply, and the game ends. What happens if a player rolls 3 1s? So if a player rolls 3 Thieves, doesn't matter if they declared Thief or Wizard, what would happen is the pot then gets evenly divided among the remaining players, not the player that rolled the 3 1s. So you would evenly divide it amongst the other players, and then any remainder, any leftover, would then go to the player that rolled the Thieves. That's what's called honor among thieves in the game, okay? And the game ends. Okay, so here are the ways that the game can end. If the pot reaches 0 coins, then the game's over. If a player rolls 3 wizards or 3 thieves, then the game's over. And then the other way that it can end is if all of the players except for 1 are out of coins, then the game ends. And whoever has the most coins at the end of the game wins. If only 1 player is left and there are coins in the pot, then that player gets those coins. Okay, so that's the game. I hope it makes sense. If it doesn't, please leave me a comment below and I'll make sure I check and answer any questions that there are. So let's talk a little bit about the strategies that are here in the game. When we first look at dice probability, that's not really a thing in this game. So your odds of rolling a 1 and a 6 are basically the same on the 6-sided die. And furthermore, you're more likely to get a 2 through a 5 since the 1s and the 6s cancel each other out. So keep that in mind. The chances of rolling Thief and Wizard are pretty much the same. What you should be thinking about and what you should be looking at is what factors influence your decisions to pick Thief or pick Wizard. Is where the money is around the table, who has how much money and how much money is left in them. If you are ahead of everybody and you have a lot of money and there's not very many coins left in the pot, it's probably going to be a good idea to choose Thief because you'll end the game faster that way, and if you're ahead, you're going to win. On the flip side, if the pot's really low and you know you're behind, you know that another player has more money than you, you're going to want to choose Wizard because you'll make all the players build the pot, keep the game going, put their money in, and you'll kind of scale that back. The other thing to think about is if players are low on coins. That might influence your decision to choose Wizard because if you bankrupt a player, they're going to be out of the game and it's going to be less competition for you to get the coins from the pot in future turns. I hope it makes sense. Again, if there are any questions, please put a comment below. I'm happy to answer any of those. If you have any recommendations for other gambling style mini games for RPGs, I'd love to hear them. I like these kind of things. This mini gambling game in Shadowdark is just like, the tip of the iceberg. There's so many other cool mini games in other RPGs, and I want to share those things with you. And I also talk a lot about creativity and how we can kind of harness that as a superpower, which is if that's something you're interested in. Guys, so if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe to my channel and I'll show you this awesome world of RPGs and show you how cool it all is.